cool. All right, so I think you're gonna have a bit of a bias of New York.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, like, New York's like your favorite place in the entire world.
It's
you know?
the best place in the world. That's not even bias, that's just a fact.
What's up, everybody? So today I'm joined with my buddy Brett Conti.
My name is Brett Conti. I own a clothing and skateboard company called Fortune Skateboards, and I also make daily YouTube videos and also live here in New York City.
And Brett, you've lived in New York City for your entire life, right?
I lived in Long Island for my first 18 years, and then the past 7 years I've lived in New York City. Yep.
And I just moved back here to New York City. So I thought it would be a perfect idea for a video to talk with a native New Yorker and somebody that just moved back to New York City. Okay, so pro number one for me is the convenience of New York City. Like, you walk down a street and you have, you know, a shoe guy, you have a Chinese shop, you have like everything that you can think of that you would need on one street.
To add on to that pro is how you don't need a car.
That's true, yeah. Like, you literally can just get around by foot or by skateboard or by bike.
Yep.
Yeah. Boosted board.
And also then you don't have to pay car insurance or worry about parking, because parking in New York is like $400 to $500 a month just for a little spot.
Here in Manhattan, at least 2 new developments are asking $1 million for a single spot.
Another pro is the people here. The people that move to New York City are those hustlers, the motivated individuals that want to do something with their lives, where sometimes when you're in middle America, you don't find a lot of those people, but here, the city is filled with it.
When you're in New York, just everybody is so ambitious and so driven, and they have such a, you know, everybody has goals, but New Yorkers, you know, they have these massive goals. But sometimes that also can be a bad thing. You know, like sometimes people are super stressed. Like when I'm out riding my bike, people are screaming at me.
Yeah, but no, I agree that sometimes the people can be too into their own worlds and just kind of not very nice to people on the streets.
So there's like a good thing and a bad thing, you know, with the people here. But overall, yeah, like everybody's incredibly ambitious.
Yeah.
But you find some really interesting people too.
That is a fact.
Another pro for me is the energy here. You know, like right now it's what? It's like 2 in the morning.
It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't mind us if we look a little drowsy.
But it's like 2 in the morning and everybody's out, you know, everybody is doing something, you know, working towards their goals. Just like the energy and the vibe of, you know, this city truly never sleeps.
Another pro, opportunities. Within the past 2 weeks, I was a model, I acted in a movie. I just feel like here there's so much going on, especially in those 2 fields or so many other fields where just so much stuff happens, and it happens quick and often.
I feel like you can be any type of person here. You can do anything you want to do. You can truly live your way. Like I actually like always think of the song, the Frank Sinatra song, like I did it my way.
Yeah, like if you're an artist, then you can have that big break of having your gallery. There's just so much going on frequently, and if you just keep networking, that stuff can happen quick here.
And it literally happens in a snap. So now the cons. You know, New York City, the transportation here it's not that bad. You know, the subway, it's not bad, but it's
not the best.
It's not, like, it's so dirty.
Remember
like,
when we were in Japan?
Yeah.
In Tokyo, the subway systems are spotless.
Like, transportation methods that you can use, you know, you can bike, sure, you can get around by boosted board or skateboard or something like that, but then you have like all the angry drivers, you know, so it's just a problem, you know. Transportation is like, it's just not good in New York City. All right, and for you, a con of Mr. I love New York. Like,
the first one that comes to my head is a problem that I'm currently going through.
Okay.
Which is having a mice in my apartment. Now, I don't mind mice as bad, but if they were cockroaches, I'd be a lot more upset. But that also is a huge problem. But definitely don't like the mice running around in my room.
I mean, an obvious con of New York City is just the, you know, expense of it. You know, the rent is ridiculous. Like, I think the lowest rent you can find for just a room in Manhattan is something like $1,200 a month.
Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still like a closet, so you do not get your money's
You
worth
literally
here.
lived in a closet one
Yeah.
time, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like my first apartment was so tiny.
but on the other side of that, New York is also, it's pretty inexpensive for like stuff like food, things like transportation, like if you have a bike or a skateboard or something like that. Like it's not that expensive compared to other cities, but the rent is just killer.
Yeah, it's obscene. It's crazy.
But one of the things that's a pro and also a con of New York is just the amount of things that you can do here. In other cities you don't have like, say, Broadway or like so many sports teams or just so many things that capture your attention to do. And sure, these things cost money in every place, but New York just has so much of them.
Yes.
So like at the end of the month you're like, oh shit, like I just spent so much money,
And it's almost like overwhelming. 'Cause
Yeah.
like if you're inside your apartment, or this is my problem, when I'm inside my apartment and I'm not doing something, I'm just like, I need to get out there. Like there's so much going on here, and it's FOMO. You have the fear of missing out, and there's always something going on here.
All right, so basically New York City is an incredible city. It's one of the places where everybody should live for at least a year. It's a place where, dreams are made, and also dreams can be definitely broken too. But it's just an incredible place to discover, to live. So I recommend it to anybody. Brett, any final thoughts?
It's the best city in the world. Is it bad that the first thing that came to my head was like, the girls are so hot here?
New start.